Hey everyone, this is to all the welfare queens and that think they're queens, but yeah, this is how we stop the welfare abuse. Because the good people of the United States are sick of it. They're sick of you freeloaders, good for nothings, because you're just a waste of flesh and you're just parasites. I don't even want to compare you to animals because you're worse than that. Animals have a function. Animals are beautiful. You people are just virus, parasitic creatures that should have probably never been born. Anyways, the way I would solve the problem of all you fraudulent idiots, low IQ, waste of breath, is mandatory drug testing randomly. If you're caught on drugs, you get nothing. No smoking. Nothing that is a luxury or anything that you can live without. You will live in barracks, just like the military. If it's good enough for the military, it's damn well good enough for you. You will get fed what you're given, and you will have no choice in the matter. And it will be all healthy items. No chips, no soda. That way we can cut back on all your, medical bills and everything like that for all you obese, just land whales. That's what you are. And, it would be mandatory birth control also. No children. No children while you are on the system. If you can't feed them, you're not going to breed them. And you're so lucky I am not in charge of this, because it would be like the military. And mandatory community service. You would wait on everybody else hand and foot. Whatever needs to be done in the community. That is, a direct function of society. You're going to be of some use. And then that way, poverty will be a thing of the past, pretty much. I mean, there'll still be some people in poverty, but they're going to be the hardworking people that just fall on hard times or whatever. But it isn't going to be this generational, just sponging off of everybody else that's working and that have worked and are, good for society, unlike you. So yeah, you're just parasites. And I think parasites might even be better than what you are. Because the way you're going on and on and on about how you're going to rob people, you're going to kill people, you're going to, cannibalize white crackers. And if I could say the words that I want to say on these platforms, I would. But then I'll get banned and then I can't voice my opinion. But you people need to get a life. You need to get an IQ, which will never happen. And it's been generational. And the more you breed and breed, the less IQ you have. Because it's just bad IQ, breeding with bad IQ. And it just gets worse and worse as it goes on. So, yeah. You would not like the system that I have in mind. Not at all. So, everybody that's a decent person on the system, more power to you, really. And I feel for you. But most of you, you don't need it. And I know this for a fact because I have family members and neighbors that are on the system and they do not need it at all. They're just leeches. Just pure leeches. So get a life, people. Get your shit under control. And stop feeding off of the rest of us. And our hard work. And our dollars that we put into the system that you never put into the system. So go get a life. Bye-bye. Loaders, good for nothings, because you're just a waste of flesh. And you're just parasites.
You need to watch that whole video because it is far worse than what you just witnessed. And if you follow me, you know what comes next. So I did a little digging, but because I like to be 100% sure that I found the right person, I simply asked her. And she was kind enough to confirm making this video. As you can see down here below, Susan seems to think she's being doxxed. So she's trying to rally the troops. Help me get her back. Susan, sweetie, I'm going to need you to look up the definition of doxing. Doxing would entail me releasing your personal information, such as your phone number, your address, your neighbors' names, all of your family members' names, the picture of your house, all of which I have in my possession. And if I were to release any of that information, that, my dear, would be doxing. But public information, that is a horse of a completely different color. Hello, Susan Wendelken. Now, I noticed on your LinkedIn, it says you're a dental office manager for a Dr. Anderson. And from your many, many aliases, I was able to determine that you're married to someone with the last name of Anderson. Why would one person need so many aliases, Susan? We'll get into that later if I need to. See, by you working in a dental office, that concerned me greatly. Because if you're online spewing this kind of hateful venom, how are you treating the patient? And judging by the review, there seems to be one common denominator. And well, that's you, Susan. They've all come to the conclusion that you are rude and disrespectful. Judging by the behavior that you're exhibiting online, I'm going to have to agree with them, Susan. But what concerns me even more is the fact that that dentist accepts Medicaid and Medicare. And as everyone knows, most people that get Medicaid and Medicare are also on welfare. So it concerns me greatly, Susan. How are you treating those people when you find out that they're receiving Medicaid and Medicare? So I think we should find out. Now, I also found emails linking you to Globetrotter Property. Because it's Saturday, I can't find out just yet how you're affiliated with them. Oh, alas, this will have to be continued Monday. And of course, everyone that follows me, you know I keep a couple aces up my sleeve. You don't just put it all on the table at once.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This white woman thought she could go viral by insulting black people and mocking folks using Snap. But guess what? The internet found out where she works. And now she is about to lose everything. Let's watch the clip. Remember, the credit goes to the director owner of the video. I'll be back.
Somebody get me the fuck off of white TikTok. Like, for real. Get me off of it. I need black people to start commenting ASAP because I'm over there and them asses are talking about, oh my God, do y'all know SNAP benefits come from us? We give out SNAP benefits. It comes from us. It was created for y'all. The first white person to receive SNAP benefits was what? 1939, and her name was Maybelle, and she lived in New York. And baby, when black folks tried to get it, they excluded the sharecroppers as well. And then white wholesalers manipulated the program and profited off of it, leaving black folks out to the dust. Now, what stopped that shit was the Food Stamp Act of 1964. 64, y'all. My mama was born in 65. So let me get this straight. White people, y'all have benefited off of food stamps longer than any other race in this fucking country. Black folks just got that shit for real in 1964. Hell, we got that before we got our voting rights. And then in the 1980s, y'all got pissed off that we were getting actual help. And y'all started coming up with the trope, the welfare queen, saying black people and black women in particular were using food stamps to get over on the government, leading to increased restrictions and eligibility. Restrictions only harmed low-income people of color, i.e. black folks. As of 2023, 37% of white people in America are on SNAP, 26% are black, and 16% are Hispanic. So who's really living off our shit? Y'all get on my nerves.
Too many privileged white people are coming here on this app and they're talking about people that benefit from food stamps, which most of them happen to be white. Most of them happen to live in Republican states, red state. Now, don't blame the Democrats because this is absolutely Trump's doing. He can fund it if he wanted to. He's funding ICE. He's sending $40 billion to Argentina. Why are you not mad with him? The only thing the Democrats want to do is make sure that you have affordable health care and people are getting their notice. So not only you're not going to have your food stamps until the government is back in order, but you're going to have a big freaking healthcare bill coming January. And before you start coming over here complaining about the Democrats, I need you to go to the videos in which people are crying, teachers, healthcare professionals, in which their insurance has doubled or even tripled. Good luck on trying to get food and trying to stay healthy. I'm not sure how long this is going to last, but this is the frustration that we have with you, a lot of MAGA people, because you guys still haven't done your due diligence in reading Project 2025, in which they are trying to destabilize the government and that they want to do away with all the safety net. Why? Because it caused chaos. But I'm going to tell you who's going to be just fine. It's going to be the black and brown people, because we have always been resilient. How about you go to your legislator and tell them how much your insurance premium is going up? Or how about you tell your legislator you want me to have children, you want me to raise children, but you don't want to give me money to feed these children. Stop telling women what to do with their body if you're not going to help them in the end. Anyway, my recommendation for you is to download the app called 5. Call your legislators, call your senator. Just want you to know that the Republicans will not negotiate with the Democrats. And this is why they're doing this.
What nerve did you hit, sweetheart? See, I don't receive SNAP benefits. And the crazy part is most of you racists think that it's black folks that's being affected by the SNAP benefits being shut down. But that's not true, love life. It's your own color. It's white people that's suffering the most. They're the ones calling down to the welfare offices, crying about their SNAP benefits. See, I know you saying, oh my God, I struck a nerve. It's a black lady and she's responding to my video. She must be a welfare queen. No, baby, I'm not a welfare queen. And you should do better, sweetheart. Bye.
Okay, let's find out. And this is exactly why I think the dead internet theory is real, because there's just no way, right? There's no way. It took 10 seconds to Google this. 10 seconds. That's all it needed to just undo this racist ass opinion. It just makes no sense to me. So what happens now? You find out it's actually your people, and then what? What happens now? Like, when you actually find out it's you, it's your own people taking from you, what do you do next? So now that you're faced with the reality that it's you, it's white people taking the most SNAP benefits, which, again, they should be. The government should be giving out because they're screwing all of us over. What do you do now? Do you start taking accountability? Do you start self-reflecting and think, hey, maybe my views are racist. Maybe they're rooted in racism. Maybe they have no basis. Maybe I assumed black because that's what I've been told, instead of realizing that I know nothing. At what point does that click? How much more propaganda are you going to fall for? How many more stereotypes are you going to fall into? Like, this is so boring. This is boring.
You know, it's always the same story. People think they can say racist things online and just walk away free. But this time, it backfired fast. The moment she started mocking poor families, calling them lazy for using food stamp. Her job saw it, and social media didn't let it slide. Guys, let's continue to watch the clip.
Good morning, fuckers. I'm going to address the white women in the room. If you're not a white woman, you can go ahead and scroll. Unless you're a black woman, you can stay and tell me if I'm completely off fucking base with this. Yes, I have seen a variety of people talking down to those that are losing SNAP benefits, mocking them, what have you. But the majority of the people that I see getting on this fucking internet and saying with their whole chest that people don't deserve to eat are fucking white women. And honestly, I'm sick of it. Not only am I sick of hearing you belittle people who need government assistance, but I'm honestly just sick of hearing you say people don't deserve it. Not to mention these racist ass caricatures that you're creating in your own goddamn minds about people who are receiving said benefits. For some reason, you like to create this person in your mind that is receiving these SNAP benefits with the, weave in their hair and the long fingernails and the Louis Vuitton bag. And we know what the fuck you're trying to say without you trying to say it, okay? But here's the thing. I have never once gone to the fucking grocery store and, one, cared what anyone else had in their fucking cart. And two, I have never known or wondered how they were paying for their food. They're not wearing signs that say they're using SNAP benefits to purchase their food. Unless you're nosy as fuck and looking at the card that they're using, you shouldn't even know if they are. So you are literally just racially profiling people. when I myself see a black woman in the grocery store with beautiful weave and luscious long nails and a Louis Vuitton bag, the only thing I think to myself is, hey queen, looking amazing today. I never once sit there and think to myself, you don't deserve the fucking groceries in your cart and I don't want to pay for them for you because I don't know that I am, and even if I was, I want you to eat. I'm going to need these entitled ass white bitches to put their phones down and step away from the goddamn internet for a minute. And black women, you can tell me if I'm completely off base in saying this, but it is wild to me in 2025 for a white woman to be thinking that a black woman with beautiful hair and nails and a nice purse didn't just buy it with her own fucking money because she probably has a better job than you and you're just fucking jealous. Myself included. I want a Louis Vuitton bag. I want to go get my nails done, but I don't got it like that. But even if I did have it like that, I still wouldn't think every single person at the grocery store doesn't deserve to buy the food that they want with whatever means they are buying it with, because everyone deserves to eat and they don't deserve to be policed about what they're eating. No one deserves to be hungry, period. Full stop. I don't care what their clothes look like. I don't care what their nails or their hair looks like. I don't care what kind of car they drive or what kind of purse they have. I would rather my tax dollars go to 10,000 people who are abusing the system so that one person who needs it doesn't starve than have my tax dollars go to billionaires who don't give a shit about us and who have never known hunger a day in their fucking life.
I really thought he cared about people like me. I voted for him because he said he'd protect us. Now my SNAP's gone, Medicaid's gone. I don't know how I'm supposed to feed my...
Y'all, I got some tea to spill that is unfortunate and real. So apparently, I got to change glasses for this. Apparently, there are people in the South that are freaking out because they did not realize that their food assistance was called SNAP, because they were under the impression that SNAP was only for people of color. They honestly thought that the SNAP benefits, which was used to be called the food stamp program, it used to be called food stamps, they changed it to SNAP to take away the stigma. They didn't realize EBT, WIC, and all of that all are under the SNAP program, I believe WIC is. They honestly thought it was separated by race. And I'm just sitting here in just awe and gross disdain that they are going to lose the benefits they had because they were so misled about what these benefits are and who they go to. Y'all, there is no such thing as race-based aid. Everyone can get the same aid in the United States. You just have to prove that you are in financial need. But apparently, the MAGA acolytes and the MAGA zealots led themselves to believe that food stamps were only for people of color and they were on something else. And now they're about to lose the benefits that they needed. I don't know what is a better example of the blind leading the blind or the dumb leading the stupid, but this is insane, and why reading is fundamental. These are one and the same, just like so many people don't realize the ACA is the same as Obamacare. They're like, oh, I like the ACA, that helped my mother when she was sick, but I think Obamacare is bad. They're the same thing. Like, they're the same thing. And I'm at the point now where I'm questioning adults. I'm questioning the adults I'm surrounded by. I'm questioning if this is healthy. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I think it might. I think Project Earth might need to be trashed. And just, did anybody unplug the US to make sure it just didn't need to get plugged back in? I think we need a full-on reset, because this is sad.
The same people who voted to cut food stamp are the ones complaining about how expensive everything is now. It's like they forget how thought life can be for others. Mocking poor people doesn't make you better. It just show what kind of person you are. So guys, as you know, the food stamp was helping everybody. And cutting this food stamp, imagine how people they are going to survive. How just families, especially like parents, single mothers who have like 5 children, 4 children, even 2 children, guys. So let's keep watching the clip.
LGBT users are conservative. They voted for him. They voted for this.
We don't care, honey boo boo. We really don't care. Because we're not in favor of people abusing the system based upon who they voted for. We are against people who are abusing the system, period. Whether you voted for Kamala, whether you voted for Trump, whether you didn't vote at all. We don't care.
This is not about abusing SNAP benefits. This is for people that need SNAP benefits. Millions of single mothers, elderly, and disabled people rely on SNAP benefits. This has been a tired talking Republican point for years. We'd rather have Americans suffer. No wonder Republican states are the most food insecure states in the United States. Their actions speak louder than their words. Just like Megan Eleanor said, they don't care.
Every year I try to give food and I give toys to organizations to help. But I'm going to tell you, I got to pay for my own family, and it sucks. But you guys have gotten very comfortable living off of the government. And the very thought that you might not get your cards in November has got you guys screaming all over the internet. Meanwhile, you had no problem spending $1,000 food hauls at Costco and showing all the internet, all the food you get, and dancing and laughing, and even some women like very sarcastically being like, "Oh, you mad?"
Lock in, fuck niggas. We about to fact check this shit. First, if you fuck with me, check out that podcast. Let's get it. What the hell is she talking about? First of all, you are online way too much, and I know you know nothing about food stamps because if you did, you would not make that video. And why are you mad at people using food stamps to buy food? Isn't that why we use it? But I'm gonna give you guys some information just to show you what she's saying doesn't make any damn sense. First of all, if you want less people on SNAP benefits, that would mean that the economy has to get better. Because if we just took the time to use our big people brain, then we'll realize that if the price of living is increasing and wages remain the same, then more people are gonna need government assistance. Which is why reports are saying a stronger economy will equal less people on food stamps. Not to mention that food stamps is just a temporary assistance, meaning that people usually stay between 6 to 24 months. And do you even know the demographic of the people that are on these benefits that the right are complaining about? 34% are children, 33% are the elderly, and 17% are disabled. Not to mention that 50% of people who are on WIC, which is women, infant, and children, have either SNAP, Medicaid, or both. In Trump's economy, we have a bad job market, unemployment is high, and inflation is high as well. And you're trying to understand why people want to get on food stamps?
Honestly, this whole story, it's a big lesson. It shows how racism and classism go hand in hand. Some people hate to see black folks or poor families getting a little help, but they say they stay quiet when billionaires get tax breaks. The truth is, being kind and respectful doesn't cost anything. But hate always has a price, and this woman is about to pay it with her job. Maybe next time people will think twice before posting racist rants online, because karma, it doesn't miss anyone. The internet makes sure of that. Guys, we are not just happy, as you know, always this content is for education purpose. So we are not happy just to see like this woman, how she's shaking and how she's a little bit just crying and losing her control. But we have to understand, we have to respect each other's. The food stamp just helping everybody, even the white people. So guys, I don't want to say much, just thank you very much for watching. If it's your first time, kindly subscribe. I really appreciate your support. See you for the next video.